Introducing the Heart Striker, the new Mesmer Elite spec that, like the infamous Cupid, plays around with the heartstrings of their opponents, using their emotions against them. The Heart Striker uses a magic shortbow that has arrows infused with emotion. It fears and taunts opponents, creating an impressive environment in combat. Using taunt requires the ability to tank. We gave it an ability to survive oncoming attacks. Can you guess what it is? It's Shroud! Yes, with the Heart Shroud, the Mesmer gains survivability. Not only does the Heart Striker gain Shroud, it also grants Shroud to its clones. And when the phantasms would normally go away, they instead persist for a while, with Shroud. And the Heart Striker can grant Shroud to its allies. Don't worry if it sounds broken. The balance team can fix it later. Probably. That's not all. The Heart Striker can also grant Shroud to Ranger pets, and to Necromancer minions, and to Cats in the Home instance, and to mini pets. Clearly the game needs more Shroud. Introducing the Sniper, a Ranger Elite spec that gains Rifle and gains an F5 similar to Deadeye's Mark. With the Sniper's Mark, you can make your enemy more vulnerable to attacks. Then you can deliver a killing blow with your rifle, making you play like a sniper. But let's face it, you won't play like a sniper. An actual sniper stays hidden until the right time to strike. You have to use Sniper's Mark for your ultimate kill, and that puts you in combat. Then you will spam attacks until you build up a resource for the devastating hit. You won't get your special sniper's shot until about 10 seconds into combat. Your Sniper's Mark will be more useful to grant boons to allies around you than actual sniping. Don't get the idea that you're going to go around sniping people with your Sniper Elite spec. Instead, you will play a boon support magician. Introducing the CAD, an elite spec for the thief that uses underhanded tactics to throw their opponents off balance in combat. Their new hammer can be used to smash the enemy's feet, crippling them. They use their Exceed skills to throw enemies off balance. The Exceed skills have improved effects if the thief has more than half of their endurance, representing the fact that they are less off balance than their opponent. And the best part about the CAD? That's the fact that it doesn't look great at first, but in reality it's completely broken. There is no obvious OP build for it, and everyone will pan the elite spec as dead on arrival. But the staff at ArenaNet have secretly playtested the spec and built in a combination of traits and skills that completely breaks the class, and the community won't notice at first. The player base will kick any CAD in their party, but then they will be 1v5 by a CAD with the ANET tag. The community thinks they know the best meta builds, but the CAD will prove them wrong. That'll show the Guild Wars 2 community. Take that, community! Introducing the Blood Artist, a Necromancer Elite spec that mixes blood with ink to create morbid art. And what does any Undertaker artist hybrid need? Scrit. They need Scrit. Obviously. They have a Scrit assistant similar to a Ranger pet. This Scrit will adore your work of art like a loyal fan, boosting your morale and your confidence in your artistry. With the introduction of the Blood Artist, there will be a limited time promotion that is your chance to get a special companion, a Scrit named Scritinardo. For a limited time, Scritinardo can be obtained at a participating McDonald's. Walk into a McDonald's and shout out, "Scrit, I'm hit!" If the staff look at you funny or seem confused, then that's not a participating McDonald's, and you just embarrassed yourself in front of everybody. If it is a participating McDonald's, then congratulations, you will get a code to enter on the ArenaNet website to unlock Scritinardo. Although you will still have made a fool of yourself in front of the other customers who probably know nothing of the promotion. And we won't tell you how many McDonald's are participating in the event. You will just have to trust ArenaNet's RNG. Participate now, or else your next chance to get Scritinardo will require you to have an awkward conversation with a taxicab driver. Introducing the Bodyguard, the Guardian elite spec that puts themselves in harm's way to protect their allies. If you think that there is only so much that can be done to represent a bodyguard protecting allies, if you think that it's excessive to give an elite spec a whole array of weapon skills and utility skills simply so they can protect their allies, you'd be right. So we also gave the bodyguard more tricks up its sleeve. The bodyguard can also create volcanoes and summon giant quaggins. This will create for a very powerful elite spec. Maybe too powerful. An elite spec that protects its allies, creates volcanoes, and summons giant quaggins is a bit much. Don't worry, the balanced team will absolutely listen to feedback once the Kittens of Tyria expansion comes out. If the player base complains and this elite spec needs to be nerfed, then we will take away the bodyguard's ability to shield their allies, thus making it an elite spec that only creates volcanoes and summons giant quaggins. Play it as soon as it comes out to enjoy the full spectrum of abilities. Introducing the Primordial, the new Elementalist elite spec that attack their enemies with the powers of fire, air, water, and earth. Does this sound like a normal Elementalist? It does, but unlike the previous elite specs, this one won't be getting a new weapon. Instead, it'll be getting a new F5. This F5 is an extra utility slot for conjured weapons. You can dedicate your 7 through 9 skills for whatever your weapons you want, and then add a conjured weapon to your F5. Do you think this is a cop-out? If you do, then we need to talk. Dear Guild Wars 2 player base, making Elementalist elite specs is hard. Simply giving the class a new weapon is hard. This isn't easy. Like, the work that was put into the class just to give it an elite spec is just too daunting. What is ArenaNet to do with this class? Everything's already been done. ArenaNet gave the class the Tempest elite spec that was all about using the powers of storms, but the base class already had such powers. How much can you do with a class that burns everyone with fire, crushes everyone under a rock, zaps people with lightning, and gets people wet with water? The answer? Burn everyone with fire, crush everyone under a rock, zap people with lightning, and drench people with water. If you have any better ideas of what ArenaNet can do with the Elementalist elite spec, tell them, because they're all out of ideas. Introducing the Smasher, a warrior elite spec that smashes things. The Smasher gains a new weapon, the Scepter. It uses the Scepter to incorporate magical abilities into its fighting style. Just kidding. The Smasher uses the Scepter to hit their opponents over the head and smash them. Sounds simplistic? Yes, it is. But the numbers will be high. With no effort, a warrior can do the same DPS with 3 buttons what takes an Elementalist 20 buttons. Delete your Elementalist and play the Smasher. Introducing the Secret Agent, an engineer elite spec that uses armaments just like the Bladesworn. Because, base engineer already has gadgets, so armaments, Unlike the Bladesworn, the engineer's armaments are hidden and used in more underhanded ways, like secret spring-loaded crossbows or hidden boot blades. This is all to simulate a playstyle that fulfills the fantasy of playing a James Bond-like character. If you want to play a character that's like 007, this is your elite spec. But in addition to playing a James Bond-like character, ArenaNet decided that the Secret Agent should play like a character from a sniper cell video game. So the Secret Agent was given stealth abilities so you can fulfill your fantasy of playing a Tom Clancy stealth infiltrator. ArenaNet also wanted to give the people the fantasy of playing a character like Severus Snape from Harry Potter. Severus Snape is kind of like a secret agent, right? Right, I mean, close enough, right? So we gave the secret agent some magical abilities to also fulfill your fantasy of playing a secret agent wizard. While designing the secret agent elite spec, one of the ArenaNet staff was reading Mad Magazine and read one of the Spy vs. Spy comics. ArenaNet decided, hey, why not make the secret agent play like those guys? So the secret agent also plays like a cartoon spy. Have you ever wanted to play a character that plays like a mix of James Bond, Tom Clancy, Harry Potter, and Spy vs. Spy, all in one character? Well, you can do that with a Kittens of Tyria expansion when the secret agent comes out. In the Kittens of Tyria expansion, we are giving Revenant a sharp stick. Poking someone with that sharp stick costs 40 energy. You know where to shove your love for Revenant.